Yesterday's episode, I predicted we were going to hit lower prices. We did fall down to about 89K, and today we almost hit 94K. Is this the start of a rally, or will we be seeing more downside? Let's find out in today's episode. Welcome back to FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Right now, it's about 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The price of Bitcoin is currently at 93,250. And if we start off here with the weekly chart, we see that we bounced off exactly pretty much off the 80 moving average. It's currently at 89,947. Yesterday we went down to about 89,253. So I was thinking that we would make a bounce off this 80 moving average. The week is not over yet though. We still do have about 5 days and 2 hours before this candle closes. The stochastics are still trying to drag here for a little bit, so it's hard to say if we're going to make a move back up. What's important is for us to get back above this 50 moving average at 102,798. Even if we get a bounce up, if we can't get above that 50 moving average, to me, we are still in some type of a bear market. Now, we head over to the other time frames. The 6-day, it's still dragging on the bottom as well. We're bouncing off this 100 moving average. We head over to the 4-day. We're still rolling over here a little bit. We still need more time to continue to roll back up. We kind of stopped right here. We were headed towards this 200 moving average at 77,000, but if we can see here on the 3-day chart, we actually bounced off the 200 moving average, which is at 88,062. We didn't make it that far down. Right now, we're getting a bullish hammer here, but this candle does close in 2 days and 2 hours. We still have time where we could roll over and end up breaking this 200 moving average. On the 2-day chart, we are still below the 200 moving average. So before anything, before we could even get bullish, we would have to at least get back above this 2-day 200 moving average, and that's currently at 100,260. We can't get above 100,000. It's not looking good for Bitcoin. On the daily chart, we see that we still have not been able to reset fully. We still will be probably dragging here for a couple more days, possibly until next week, before we see some type of movement up. And again, that doesn't guarantee we make it all the way to the top of the stochastics. We could always roll over like we did here, like we did over here, like we did over here. Now, I was telling you guys, we are far away from the 21 moving average, so I am expecting some type of move up, or at least some sideways action to wait for this 21 moving average to catch up to price. Right now, the 21 moving average is at $102,504. Today, we did get a little pump as anticipated. We have a nice little wick here. This could be an inverted head and shoulder, where this is the left shoulder. We're possibly creating the head, but we would have to make it back up, possibly at least, I would say, to like 103, 104K. Roll over, make that right shoulder, and maybe we can move back up from there. So right now, we don't know. We have half of a head. Let's see what ends up happening here. On the other time frames, the 22-hour chart, we see some bullish divergence here. This is looking good. We have a double bottom here on the stochastics. The RSI is pointing up. We need to make it above this 21 moving average before thinking that things are bullish again. This is at 98,536. The other day, we made it, I believe, to 97, 98K, and then we fell back down from there. On the 8-hour chart, stochastics are on the way up, but we're already halfway up, and we haven't even crossed the 21 moving average yet. If we don't get above this 21 moving average, I will be expecting more downside. 4-hour time frame, we are already getting toppy, and look, we got rejected off this 21 moving average. Starting to get a green candle. This could be also a little inverted head and shoulder, but we need to make it above this 21 moving average before we start rolling over here on the stochastics. So I'm still not sold on the idea that we're that bullish. And you guys already know, for me, we need to get above this 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart at 105,696 before I can even turn bullish again. Now on the 1-hour chart, stochastics are already toppy. We're starting to roll over. We barely got above the 50 moving average. We're starting to get rejected from there. Now, one thing that I am seeing is that this kind of looks like some type of a like falling wedge, kind of like a flag. We are starting to get some curvature here on the 1-hour chart. So let's see if this does play out. Now, if we get rejected and we get below the 21 moving average, this is probably going to invalidate this play, and then I would definitely expect more downside if we lose this 21 moving average. Right now, if we could hold on to this as maybe we roll up on the stochastics, or we fall and we reset, if we don't lose the 21 moving average, I would expect this to make it somewhere to about 95K. In the grand scheme of things, it's something, but it's still not above 100K. It's still not 99K. It's not really testing nothing crazy, but let's see if we could at least get this. Let's put this pattern on for now. 15-minute chart, we can see we're tracing this flag falling wedge pattern here. We still have some room here on the stochastics to continue going up. We're already starting to break out. We are above the 21 moving average. We are also above the 200 moving average. So let's see if we get some strength here and we could get above. The 15-minute chart is the path to getting higher on the other time frames. So if we could stay above the 200 moving average here, this gives us a chance. times. Right now, guys, we're stuck in a range between 90K and 100K. Let's see what ends up happening. I still possibly, like I'm saying, I do feel like we would get some type of a push up. Let's see if we can make it above 98K. We can't get above 98K. I do expect more downside and probably getting back into the 80s, 88K, 87K, and possibly even lower. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe. And if you have a stock or a crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.